the energy stored in a capacitor. Energy stored in a capacitor. Consider two plates. Okay, so this is one plate and this is another plate. Now what I do is I take a charge dq and I'll give it to this plate. Charge dq. When I give it to this plate, let us assume that it acquires a charge q dash. Now again, dq charge, when I am bringing in here from this plate to this plate, when I am bringing dq charge, this charge will oppose it, will repel it. So against this repulsive forces, I am doing some work. The work done is stored in the form of potential energy. Now if I bring this additional charge dq over here, now the charge will become, say, q double dash. Now this q double dash will oppose the dq which I am bringing here. Against this repulsive force, I am doing some work in bringing the charge. The work done is stored in the form of potential energy. So I'll keep on bringing dq charge from this plate to this plate, okay, till the charge on this plate will become q. Now if the charge becomes q here, so q charge, if I remove from here, earlier it is neutral, so this charge will become minus q. Okay, now the work done in bringing this one, let it say this is w1, the work done here is w2, the work done in bringing this charge is w3. So I have to add all this work done. So the total potential energy which it has got is equal to the total work done by me. Now the work done is equal to the repeated addition is integration. So I will write integral of 0 to q, because earlier the charge here on this plate is 0, now finally it is q, so it is 0 to q, and we know w is equal to v into dq. So I have written that. So that is 0 to q. This v is equal to q by c into dq. So 1 by c, the capacitance is a constant quantity, so I'll write outside integral of 0 to q dq. This is integral of x dx. Integral of x dx is x square by 2. So here you will get 1 by c. This is q square by 2, 0 to q. Now 0 to q. So this gives 1 by c. This is q square by 2. So the work done is 1 by c q square by 2. That is equal to q square by 2c. Now if I write q is equal to cv, then it is c square v square by 2c. The c and here will get cancelled. This is cv square by 2. cv is nothing but q, so qv, half qv, 1 by 2. cv is q into v, so half into qv we can write. So the work done is stored in the form of energy. So the energy of a capacitor, or the energy stored in the capacitor, is equal to q square by 2c, which is equal to half cv square, which is equal to half qv. This is the energy stored in the capacitor. The energy density of electric field. Now energy is equal to energy is equal to half into q square by c, or q square by 2c. Now Q is equal to sigma A. So half into sigma A whole square by C. See, Q is equal to Q by A is equal to sigma. So Q is equal to sigma A. Surface charge density is equal to Q by A. So Q is equal to sigma A. So in place of Q, I wrote sigma A by C. Okay. Now half into, so this is sigma square A square by 1 by C is epsilon naught A by D. I considered a parallel plate capacitor. The capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor is epsilon naught A by D. Okay. Now this I will multiply with epsilon naught divided with epsilon naught. So I'll get half epsilon naught sigma square by epsilon naught square. I multiplied here with epsilon naught in the numerator and denominator, so that if I get epsilon naught square, I can write it here. I can pair up with this one. So sigma square by epsilon naught square, this A square and A will get cancelled, one A will be there, so that is AD. One epsilon naught in the numerator will be remaining, that epsilon naught I will write it here. Now as you can see here, now this sigma by epsilon naught is nothing but the electric field. Now we already discussed, when you have a parallel plate capacitor, in a parallel plate capacitor the electric field at the center is the electric field at any point in between these plates is sigma by epsilon naught. So E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. So sigma by epsilon naught I can write it as E. So that gives me half sigma by epsilon naught is E. So this is E square epsilon naught into A into D. A into D. This is energy. Now energy is equal to half E square epsilon naught into, this is volume. This is volume. So energy by volume is equal to half E square epsilon naught. This energy per unit volume is called as energy density. Energy per unit volume is called as energy density. The energy density U is equal to, U is energy density. U is equal to half E square into epsilon naught. So this is the formula for energy density.